Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. Today's video is a very special one. We're going to talk about the newest release from Ladybug Glow, and this is the palette that we're talking about. This is called Pond Lily palette, and look at the inside. This is how the palette looks. It's so beautiful. It comes with like 12 beautiful shades. This palette launches on May 24th at 2 p.m. PST, and this palette comes with 6 mattes and 6 shimmers. Now they have different variety of shimmers in this palette. Some of them are like more taupery, some of them are like duochromes, multichromes, some of them are like opaque shimmers. I'm gonna do like some shimmer swatches on like live for you guys, and I'll show you all the swatches on the screen for you guys so that you can get a gist of how this palette looks. This palette would be retailed at $37.50, and you can use the code SMITHYSONY to get it for like $33 and some change. So if you guys want to see the review on this, 2 eye looks, then please keep on watching. Oh my god, I'm so excited to show this palette to you. This is the newest Ladybug Glow palette, and this is called the Pond Lily palette. And this comes with like a sleeve with the same design. And this is how the palette looks. You have the ingredients on the back of the palette. It has a 24-month shelf life. It is vegan, cruelty free. All the details are listed in the back. And look at the palette. Look at this gorgeous beauty. And I know this and this looks very similar. This is such a smooth multichrome. You have no idea. Like these are like unreal. Actually, all the shimmers are so smooth. I already swatched this palette, so I'll pop the swatches on the screen for you guys. It looks absolutely magical. It looks smooth. It is so dimensional. I absolutely love the color selection of this palette. So let's begin. So also in the mattes category, I would say this and this seems very similar. This is more of like an eggplant shade, more purple based, and this is like a true neutral gray brown, I would say. So pretty. You have to see this. Okay. What are we going to start? I have no idea. We'll start off with this lavender shade, and then I'm just going to pop that on my inner third of the crease. Look at the pigmentation. Like, look at that. How pigmented that shade is. I'm going to take this shade, which is Iris, and I'm going to put that on my outer corners. And you'll see like that purpleness coming through, because this is like a true purple shade, I would say, but like a deepened blue purple. I'm going to take the same shade on the outer corners of the lower lash line. I'm going to deepen it out a tiny little bit. So that's how it's looking so far. I'm going to take a little bit of glitter glue, the NYX glitter glue, and I'm going to put that on my eyelid. Okay, what are we gonna do? I am gonna start with the shade Tadpole, this green. You should see this. It's so stunning. Like, look how smooth that is. I'm gonna start off with like the center of my eyelid, but going towards the outer corners and melting it with that deeper purple. More taking it like diagonally. Look how stunning it is. I cannot even. And this has like a strong blue shift too. I don't know if you can see it in my fingers or not, but it definitely has like a strong blue flip. And then I'm going to take this shade, which is a Lotus. I'm going to take that on my inner corner and melt it with that shade. With that green shade, look how sparkly and smooth that is. I'm just tapping it on top of it just to melt everything together. Look at that shift, like that purple to blue. Stunning. And in the pan, it looks like pink. Oh, so pretty. Also gonna take it right there on the inner third of the lower lash line, just like that. For the inner corners, I'm going to take this shade, Hyacinth, And this is such a beautiful lid shade too. I'm gonna place that right there. This is like a purple to a pink flipping shade. Really, really pretty. Like just right there. Can you see that? It's so pretty. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna finish off this eye with some liner and mascara and get right back. And that's my first eye look. I really love how beautiful this eye turned out. I really, really love it. I definitely wanna like move into a little bit more of the wearable tones too, just so that you can see like how this performs. I'm gonna just clean my brush. Now I'm gonna start off with this shade, and this is called Bog. It's like a neutral tone gray brown shade, and I'm gonna tap off the excess, place that in the outer corners first, and then I'm gonna go into this water lily shade, this one. Actually, I took this shade, Lily Pad. Okay, let's take Lily Pad, the green shade. Am I turning into a green person? I don't even know. My intent was not to put that, but here we go. It's okay. Oh, I definitely need more of like a precise brush. So I'm gonna take Water Lily on a denser brush. Yeah, here you go. See, look at that. Look at that pigment. That's crazy. Now I'm gonna take that Water Lily shade, and I'm gonna actually place that on my lower lash line. Right there. That's like a purpley shade. I'm actually gonna take that shade on a big fluffy brush and go over the edges of my lid too, like a transitioning shade, because I love that shade. I'm gonna just take that, tap off the excess, start off in the center where they meet, just so that there's a hint of purple there. Okay, I'm gonna start off with this shade because it's a very neutral shade. Let me see what I can do first. I also wanted to take this salamander shade, this one. Should we do that? I feel like we should do that. Okay, let me take salamander shade. I didn't even put glitter glue, but I mean, if you put glitter glue, this is gonna pop like crazy because already it is. Look at that. Look at this shade. Oh my God. I'm gonna take that cattails shade, this one, in my inner corners. It's like this. Oh, look at that. That on the entire eyelid would also be amazing. Okay, now I'm also gonna take this shade, Dragonfly, just so that you see how this performs. Wipe my brush, going into Dragonfly shade, and I'm gonna place that. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. I'm gonna melt with that golden shade. This is such a beautiful green to blue flip shade. Really pretty. Oh my goodness, that's stunning. I'm going to finish off this eye with some liner and mascara, and I'll get right back. And that is my second eye look. I really, really love the way how everything turned out. Let me give you my final thoughts. Out of the 12 shades, I used up everything except one shade, which is Algae, this one, this shade, and this can be like a beautiful transition shade. I have thoughts. I feel like the shimmers outperform the mattes for sure in this palette. This palette also comes with a mirror. I feel like the shimmers are absolutely outstanding, like outstanding. I personally feel like this shade and this shade, on the eyes at least, I feel like we could have done with like one, and we could have like left the other and put another like a very deep shade to deepen out the outer corners. The only thing that I feel is like for darker skin tones, like darker than me, I feel like the depth is missing in this palette. I feel like even the shimmers can go more deep. For example, this shimmer, even this shimmer, it blends out to be a little more on the deeper side as compared to the mattes. And I personally like my mattes to be more deep because I want that option of like deepened out outer corners. So that's the only thing I feel like missing. But again, can I not dip into another black and like create a little bit more depth? Yeah, absolutely can. But when I'm like taking this palette as a whole, I personally feel like this or this, one thing could have been replaced. I personally would have replaced this one just because if I mix this and this, I would get a shade very close to this one, like a purpley matte, and we do have like a purple and a like a neutral tone brown here. I could have done with like one black or like very like deep navy shade. That would have been amazing too. Like all in all, like the shimmers are outstanding, like absolutely outstanding. And I feel like if you're getting this palette, you would not be disappointed, especially for that price. I really think like Ladybug Glow does excellent formula with the shimmers. Like look at these shimmers and tell me if this is not amazing. I don't know what is. Like, look at that. Look at the dimension. It's so pretty. And like, I'll give you one swipe swatches. And there are like different formulas too. And they're like different formulas too. Some of them are more opaque than the other ones are more sparkly and toppery. But look at that. Like, how beautiful are these like shimmers? But I feel like it's definitely lacking depth. So that's like my overall 2 cents about this palette. I feel I really love Ladybug Glow. I feel like I have like a good relationship with the owner too. But I'm gonna give you like my honest opinion. I definitely, that's the thought behind. I definitely feel like one deeper tone would have like absolutely killed this palette, but I feel like this color combination is really pretty too. Yeah, that's what I feel about this palette. I also have a few more products from them, so I'm gonna show you that also in action. I have their highlighter. Now this highlighter retails for $12, and if you use my code SMITHYSONY, by the way, this is in the shade Dreamy, you will get a discount and you'll get this highlighter for $10.80. I did not even open this, so bear with me. This is how the highlighter looks. Like it's a true, I feel like, whitish champagne shade. Let me show you this in action. Tap off the excess. Ooh, that's amazing. Super blinding. But smooth too. It's not glittery. Like I feel like this is a tad bit lighter on me, but that's like a shade thing, not like a formula thing. Like because it's blinding. And even the palette for that matter, the palette is will retail for $37.50, and you can use my code and you would get it for $33.75. Also, I do have a lipstick. Oh my god, now I should talk about the lipstick that I always wear from them, and it's right on my vanity. And this is the lipstick, and this is the lipstick in the shade Eden. This is like my perfect nude shade. So let me give you like a swatch. This is like, look how beautiful that shade is. Ignore the scratch, okay? I just scratched myself. My mistake altogether. My laundry bag had that wire that was coming out and I didn't check that. It's like a, you know, that underwire from the bra. That's exactly how that was. And it was sticking out and I didn't check, and it just scraped my finger so bad. And the new shade of the lipstick that I have is in the shade Diane. And I'm gonna just take off the lipstick that I'm wearing. And this is more of an orange tone nude, I would say. Like this is how it looks. It's a very demi matte formula, I would say. Like, look at that. That's how it looks. So I'm going to show you both the shades in action. I was wearing Milani's lipstick in the shade Secret before this. So going into this shade, which is Diane. Look at that. If you like orange lipsticks, it's so comfortable. Look at that. Look at that. Let me also show the shade Eden. I feel like Eden is my vibe a little bit, just because I love that shade. Love that shade. Okay. Look at that. Yeah. Instantly, I'm in love with this. And the component of this lipstick are like magnetic. Look at that. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, I'll link everything in the description box below for you guys to check it out. And if you are getting this palette, do let me know in the comment section below. This palette releases on May 24th. And I know it's her birthday on that day. So show her some love. And it's also my son's birthday. So it's super special for us. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. If you did like it, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.